put an example out here. Let's say you have a balance of $1,000, right, on a credit card, and the minimum payment due is 2% of that. I'm just bringing up my calculator now just for math sakes. I should know that by the top of my head, but let's see, 0.02, $100. Okay, cool. And the interest rate on that credit card, right? Let's say the interest introductory period ran out and it's 17%. So let's say you're paying off the minimum payment on that balance, and the reason why you're gonna fall into debt is right, it's the minimum payment trap highlighted here by my cursor. So let's go by this example, right? Our balance is $1,000, the minimum payment is 2%, and there's an interest rate on that credit card or that financial product. It could be a loan, credit card, line of credit, whatever the case may be, for 17%, right? Let's say you do pay the minimum. If you just pay 2%, it will be paid in full, right? That $1,000 will be paid in full in 30 years. That's crazy, right? Let me get some reaction to that. If you just pay 2%, that'll be paid full in 30 years. Obviously, that's including the interest on top of it. And we're gonna go to how much interest you're gonna pay. So that's absurd. And if you just pay 2%, right, the total interest you will pay is $10,000 extra on top of that. That's crazy. Any comments, questions, concerns on that? Yeah, Martin, come off mute if you want. Whoever, like, that's when I saw this graphic, I'm like, I need to put this in here. This is absurd. And to be transparent, I was falling into minimum payment debt originally when I first found out about credit cards. I didn't know nothing about credit cards. I was like, I'll pay the minimum, like, yeah.
No, you're right. I think many of us honestly make this mistake when we first get started, and not because like of anything, but it's just because of we don't know, right? You only know what you know. So you may think that you're paying $80 minimum payment, right? But you don't know that if you just pay $20 more, that will help you in the long run. Like you can think about it. I mean, this is obviously hypothetical, but if you're paying, let's say, $80 and you just, let's say, end up paying it over 30 years, and then you pay another just $20 more and you pay it in 15, to me, that's a lot better, right? And that's why you should know, and I mean, Simon will cover this, but there's important debts you need to know on your credit card. And Simon will get into that. I don't want to speak about that yet, but Simon will get into that as well.
Yeah, definitely. So this was my bargain as well. So let's say you do pay a little more, right? Like Martin stated, let's say you bump it up to 4%. That'll be paid in 10 years. So still a whopping number, right? 10 years for a 5K balance. And the total interest you'll pay there is $2,600. So not that bad, but then again, you're still losing $2,600 just by paying 4% of the minimum payment. Yep, and like Vincent said in the chat, to the lender, right? That's how lenders make money. They're banking on you to fall back behind on payments, so just pay the minimum. That's all a strategy that they hire like the best FP&A analysts, the best finance analysts to do that in their companies. They hire the best metrics. They probably have the best AI data on why they should approve. Let's say Martin, Simon, whoever. Like let's get Simon this 7,500 just because his track record. He might fall behind on this because XYZ stays that and that. And trust me, these institutions don't lose. They're in it to make money as well. This is a for-profit business. It's not a non-profit. So they're in it to make money as well. So like Vincent said, right, they're gonna capitalize on you as well.
And real quick, Simon, you were very lenient in your example with the 17%, because it's definitely not 17%. Nowadays, especially.
That's another great point. Another great point. I don't know. Right now, we're probably like at 20 to 30%. I've seen crazy credit card approvals for like 28%. Yeah, like the latest credit card approvals are like 28%. So that's insane. Yeah. So that's another great point Martin made. And let's say you do just 6%, right? If you pay a little more, that'll be paid in 6.8 years. And your total interest the total interest that you will pay on top of the 5K principal will be $1,800. So this is an important graphic here. Write it in your notes, screenshot it. I think that's super important on like to put it in perspective that the minimum payment debt is one of the causes a lot of Americans are in debt. And like I said, I was in a situation as well. So it's all about how you execute and get over it. So That definitely critical and crucial.